Apple stock after its big reveal of the new iPhone and its first AI strategy. What do we do with the stock? And the most interesting Magnificent 7 stock for a swing trade that nobody's talking about. It's not Tesla. Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day. My name is Daniel Wilhelmi, head of trading here at Bull Markets Lifestyle. And we got a lot to talk about today on September 11th. Salute to all the veterans and military personnel. Thanks for protecting our freedom. But let's jump right into the stocks. That's what we are here for. And we begin with Apple. Yesterday, I told you, Apple, it's a nothing burger. There's nothing there to trade. And what do we see looking at it today? That's exactly what it is. It's kind of bouncing around 220. You see there's a support zone around 217. Okay, it's nice support. It's not even great support. But then you have the downtrend. So the upside, that would be probably this gap area here, 229. There's nothing to play here. You have to understand as a trader that sometimes the trade is just not there, and that's okay. And the worst thing you can do is just force a trade, because then you will lose money most of the time. But there is a trade to be made in Apple. It is just not Apple itself. No, this trade is in China, because that's going to be the big story. Apple needs the Chinese market. It's losing market share in China, but in order to get their AI phones out in China, the Chinese government has said that it needs a Chinese partner. So nobody knows who this Chinese partner is going to be, but the rumors are Baidu could be it. And this is a chart of Baidu, and this is getting interesting. Let me zoom out here for you. The chart is pretty bad. It's way worse than the chart of other Chinese tech stocks like Baba or PDD or Tencent. As you can see, the downtrend still absolutely intact. If we just really move out, let's see, look how terrible this is getting. But look at the blue zone. There's a big support zone. I even have to jump and switch to the weekly here real quick. And then you can see, wow, this goes back all the way to 2010, this blue support zone where the stock is entering, that the stock is entering now. And this is interesting. Now we're coming into a zone where the stock price has turned in the past, and it's up today, but I wouldn't worry about it too much if the market goes down a little more. Usually you see it right here in 2022. When it enters this big support zone, it takes a while to build a bottoming process, and that's when we can get in. And we also have, you can see it right here, a gap that's open since November 2022, so almost for 2 years, around 78. So that is the zone where I would be interested in buying into Baidu. So not where we are right now. Don't worry about the volatility that's happening, but basically around 78, around this point, basically the midpoint of the support zone. That is the zone that makes Baba interesting as a buy. Even better if it only goes down to 80, doesn't make a new low, but could very well make a new low to basically trigger the stops of all the retail investors who are going to sell in panic, and then it starts forming a bottoming process. Very interesting if the Baidu stock comes back one more time, closes that gap around 78 and finds a bottom. Now, let's go back to the States and let's talk about a stock, a Magnificent 7 stock that not many people are talking about. That's getting really interesting, and I'm talking about Alphabet. Look at this chart. This doesn't look good at all. And Danny Likey, genau deshalb. Look at the stock, just going down, just making a new low, even though the market has gone up since August. But we're hitting this midterm uptrend that's been valid for a year and 2 months now. It has been 1, 2, hit twice, successful. But it's not only the upturn, we also have this horizontal zone that you see right here, the support zone. So we have 2 factors, which usually will draw the stock price to it. We also have an open gap right here around 145. You see it right here. So triple factor, if Google gets down to this zone and holds this zone and we see a reversal, a long trend in Google is something that I am very, very interested in. And if it breaks that midterm downtrend, then it becomes very interesting, especially if you see a year-end rally where the stock market will go up, which is likely the case because we had a good year in the stock market so far. And in the fourth quarter, the funds will have to buy into the market in order to make sure that they at least have the equivalent performance as the market in order to get the bonuses. So if Alphabet is able to break that downtrend, then it's off to the races and it's going to be really interesting. Now, long term, as a swing trader, I don't care what happens with Alphabet long term. Google will have its problems with AI. There's no doubt about it. I know many people that don't even use Google anymore, or at least reduce the usage of Google massively for Perplexity or ChatGPT. This will only increase. We will see how Google will combat this. But that is not our issue as a swing trader. As a swing trader, we're just in it to make some profits on one of the bigger moves of the stock market. So Google goes down around 145, forms a bottom on a 4-hour. Then we are buyer and going long. That's it for today. Have a great day and a successful trading day. Remember, you don't have to be in every trade. You just have to be in the right trades. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.